Hi guys, this is Mike and this will be an honest review of the HORIZONT Interdimensional Multispatial JFET Phaser by KMA Machines. A couple of weeks ago I made a review of the Astrospurt by the same company and I really loved this pedal. I said it's probably one of the best phaser sounds that I ever heard, and there's so much to love about this pedal, right? So I was ecstatic to hear that KMA made it kind of like an upgraded version to the Astrospurt, with way more features, with an effects loop, with an expression pedal input, with, stereo. We have stereo now. That's awesome, right? And so I ordered this thing and tried it out. And I have to tell you, this is not an upgrade to the Astrospurt. It's a downgrade. There are so many things that I hate about this pedal. It's unbelievable. And, to be honest, I don't know where to start, but there's so many things wrong. Let's actually start with the basics. One thing that I absolutely loved about this pedal is that it totally left my highs intact and didn't change my guitar sound in the slightest, right? The mix control worked perfectly. There was no change in color or anything on my clean guitar, and I do realize that a lot of phasers actually do change your guitar sound, but that was so great on the Astrospurt that was not the case. But let's see what this pedal does to my dry sound. So this is the clean sound. Yeah, I mean, seriously, not only does it steal highs, right? It also introduces like this distortion as if it's running out of headroom. The Astrospurt had kind of like the same problem, but it was totally usable still. But apparently, the manual says they changed the internal voltage from 9 to 18 volt. So now you should have more headroom, but it still keeps distorting, which is strange. And bear in mind, we're still on the mix all the way to the right, which is 100% dry, right? We haven't even introduced the phasing yet, and we still have such a huge sound difference. So that's number one. Let's actually go there. So this is 50-50 now. It's just a fizzy mess, basically. I have no idea what's happening here. The emphasis isn't even turned on, we could achieve such a sound on the Astrospurt with the oscillation here, which you had to turn on, and here you had control of that. But that was kind of like a special effect, but here it's like the standard sound, and I hate it. I'm not able to dial in a nice standard MXR type phasing sound, right? That's one thing. The other thing is the whole stereo thing, which is absolutely ridiculous. Let's go back to 100% dry. Let's turn on the stereo. Right, as you can hear, this we only have the option for a pan sound, they call it. It's actually a ping pong sound, but I have no idea why they had to ping pong your dry guitar sound. Usually, when we have effects that are in stereo, usually your dry guitar sits perfectly in the middle and just the effect switches from left to right, right? So let's actually introduce the effect. We're now on 50-50 again. Oh yeah, the other thing maybe you have heard now, as soon as you go to stereo, of course, the volume drops for some reason, as if it's set to half now or something. Yeah, so another thing that I hate, then the whole emphasis thing doesn't work. We now have the 4 switches that we on the Astrospurt had inside as dip switches. Now we have them on the outside, okay, if you need that, but why the hell does it work even when the emphasis isn't turned on? These switches should do nothing when the emphasis isn't turned on, right? But they still are in effect, basically. I mean, what's that about? Why? That almost seems like a defect to me, because if we turn it on, yeah, I mean, oh, nice. Right. Please note that this is turned off now, right? And we get that. Okay, next thing that I absolutely hate about this pedal is the whole LFO switch here. I mean, the control. We have, I think, 8 or 7 different LFOs available. But, you know, we have no notches on this little switch. You don't hear anything. And I mean, basically, you have to go around and check the LED here when it changes, right? For some reason, there's a notch at 12 o'clock. But, I mean, the position here is totally uninteresting. So what's that about? To show you what I mean. Here's the next one. Here's the next one. Here's the next one. Here's the next one, I think. And then the last quarter or something is nothing. Oh, Jesus, it's so bad. It's just so bad. And I mean, to be honest, the sound is so terrible. I don't even want to turn this thing on again. It's really terrible. I have no idea what happened there. I can only tell you the Astrospurt is such a beautiful sounding pedal. And this one is definitely not. And I mean, I'm angry and frustrated. The whole stereo thing, why did they have to choose ping pong out of all stereo things that they could have chosen? I mean, ping pong gets old so fast, especially when your dry signal switches from left to right as well. It's just so bad. The whole thing is just so bad, and it's too expensive. And, you know, I haven't even tried the FX loop and all that stuff, right? And the envelope control and all that stuff, because just the basic sound is so bad. And yeah, so that was basically my rant, guys. I would not recommend this pedal. I would totally recommend the Astrospurt, which is a way better pedal in my opinion. But speaking of phasers, I am currently working on a big shootout between 12 different phaser pedals. These two will be included, where I will go into a lot of depth, a lot of detail. I will show you different samples recorded with different guitars, you know, different settings. And at the end of the video, I hope to find my new favorite phaser pedal. So if you are interested in that, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. But for now, that was basically it. I wish you a great day. Have a good one. See you next time. Bye.
With 2 eyes.